I want to talk about WFP innovation challenges today, which is something that we've been actually engaging with for a couple of years. So the first time in 2014. So what we are doing also on behalf of all the innovation work of the organization is looking into new innovative ways, both external and internal. And I'm going to speak a little bit more about like the internal aspect of it in more detail. Now, there are three options that we're actually looking into when we're talking about innovation challenges. One is continuous online challenges that we are actually having on our public website. So everybody can actually just go onto our website, innovation.wfp.org, and apply. And we do this on continuous basis. So we just cut off the innovations 3 times a year right now. And we have different funnels for if it's an internal World Food Program staff member, or if it's an external startup, an NGO, it could be another UN agency, or also private sector companies. And one of the reasons why we're doing that is because we want to be always open and listening to innovations that are coming in. The second option that we've actually experimented with in the past is specific innovation challenges that we've done with partners. In particular, that was Singularity University, and we ran together with them last year a big challenge together with food in emergencies. And specifically looking for cutting-edge innovations that can help us really reach the next step change to provide food in emergencies, which was combined with a large publicity campaign. Like our executive director launched the challenge in the World Economic Forum in Davos. Peter Diamandis from Singularity University made a video that was online, like social media campaign and emails and webinars and so on. And then what I actually want to talk about in more detail today is the annual Innovation Challenge and Award, which is something that we've been doing since 2014. Initially really looking into how World Food Program staff and like innovations that are already happening across the world, how we could surface them and actually help people like innovators to actually get more attention systematically, but at the same time identify them for further support of the accelerator. Now, looking at the application process, everybody can essentially apply, and then there is, depending on whether it's an internal and external applicant, there's different options. Like for internal teams, we also are looking for just problem statements, and we've experimented with that. So in the very first year, for instance, we just looked for solutions, so ideas that or projects that have already been implemented. The year afterwards, we expanded and said, okay, you can submit solutions. You can also submit ideas that could also be just combined with the problem. So ideally, what we are looking for there is what could be a problem that solving through an innovation could really help us make the next step change in ending hunger. And so we can then use that problem statement to refine that with people from our substantive like expert divisions and actually work on what's the actual problem, what could be partners or other tools or methods to actually find solutions for that further on. When we're looking at the solution space, typically when people apply, they could be actually afterwards invited to an innovation boot camp, which is our 1-week training program. We could allow them, or actually already move them into our sprint phase that we call it. So we provide up to $100,000 in terms of funding and also hands-on support for innovations. And then if it's an internal team, what we do, and this is, I think, one of the aspects of why would people actually submit ideas is there is benefits for them. So the benefit could be that they go through the 1-week training program, which is the boot camp. They could get funding or hands-on support for the innovations, and we also provide an innovation award. So for the last 4 years, the executive director of WFP has provided this innovation award to innovators in WFP at our all director meeting, what's called global management meeting. And this is a great opportunity for people to really also not only showcase their innovation work, but also get recognition and essentially get more publicity inside of the World Food Program of all directors worldwide. And we've seen that this actually is both a benefit for people internally, but also for innovations to go to scale, so that staff members that have received the award were able to scale the innovations better afterwards, after getting that award. Now, just to talk lastly about how are we doing this right now. So we are right now just starting the new challenge, and we are looking into multiple actually communication aspects as well as outreach aspects, so that we are planning interactive exhibits in our headquarters, but also in field offices, design thinking workshops, how-to posts on our internal communications platform, innovator stories, emails to all staff by our executive director and other senior managers, campaign posters, and then the website and the intranet. And just to highlight, right now we are actually running this both internal and external at the same time, realizing that a lot of our staff, I mean, they're also using social media, or they go to our external website. So it's not just startups or external partners that are actually going to the external side, but also WFP staff. Just as a last piece of information, that when we started this in 2014, we had and this was really kick-started when also WFP's innovation function was started. We received 100 submissions from all across WFP's operations, people who actually submitted their innovation that they had already done, and a surprising number of them had actually not yet made it to the global recognition of that the innovators or people had actually done all these innovative projects. Up to like last year, we had again over 200, so 230 something innovations that were submitted, and at this stage we're actually not looking to double the number of innovations, but really also working on the quality of them. So for us, it's the number of quality applications, so like innovation that really could be the next transformative innovation for emergency response, or for some of our resilience or humanitarian development peace nexus type of work. This is some of the areas that we're looking into that. And with that, I'm handing over to the next speaker. Thank you.